send me something. We out here homeless and I'm pregnant. And my baby got autism. I can't even deal with this right now.
Welcome back, Tea Sippers. We are watching Queen Opp starting over season 1, episode 2. Let's get into these videos. I'll give you my commentary at the end, honey.
Come on. I don't got time for her to knock it over. I just ain't got time. Feed her, bro. Leave me alone, for real. I have to be an octopus right now. I have to get this room right out. I still have to go get the baby a couple things from Walmart. I know her cues. When she's ready for some more food, she'll let me know by her. I know to turn around. She wants something, and I figure out from there what she wants.
Boy, that room is tore up from the floor up. You hear me? Queen Opp live, y'all.
Where are the dads? The first dad passed away. The second dad, I've been dealing with him on and off for over 20-something years. And he just, ever since I chose my stud girlfriend over him, he ain't been right ever since. My Juju, as y'all know him as, he was a good dude. He was a good man. He raised my first son that's autistic. I just went to college. That's 18. He raised him, just for people that don't know, he raised him since he was like 8 months. Because my first baby dad, we was 18. We was young. You know, he just, even though my first baby dad mom stepped up for him from the very rip, Juju still took him in as his own kid. This was before Juju even had any kids. He was taking care of mine. And I was going out. I was doing my thing. I was popping Zans. I was really doing my stuff back then. Like, I was that party life girl. And I was leaving my son on him. I was doing all that stuff, but I was young, so I didn't really think nothing of it. He would come over the house after watching my son. He would come over the next day from work, and I literally had a whole nigga in the closet, y'all, on God in heaven. He literally seen a man in the closet. This guy was dealing with, I ain't gonna say his name because he won't get too hyped. I know he's still watching me to this day because he's obsessed. He's sickly obsessed still. But he seen him in the closet, y'all, and still took me back. After all the times I done cheated on this man, not lied on him, but cheated on him, did him dirty. This man, Juju, still always took me back. He was a great dad to Pop, my other son, who birthday is actually, I want to tell y'all so much, but I can't because y'all not my supporters for real. Some of y'all are, but some of y'all not. So we gotta hurry up and get on KICK. But anyway, long story short, I've been dealing with the second dad, which is her dad, his dad, and Pop dad. He used to be a good guy. He wasn't always a deadbeat. He wasn't always a POS. Things happened between me and him that caused him to not really be bothered with her. And I don't know the full reason on why he won't. You can see this autistic stuff? Y'all see the autistic stuff? That's what I be talking about. This is what I mean when I say do your autistic shit. She came over there, got her mom in her autistic way, led me to the food. Now she about to eat her food. That's what I'm talking about. Do your shit, daughter.
Is she in
do
love with Juju?
Period.
And they got a history, a relationship.
I didn't hear her because I'm over here running my mouth to the camera.
And he mad at her?
Why I keep saying that? Because you can make light of a situation. The word autistic don't always have to be dark and gloomy. It can be a kid. It can be fun. You wanna know why I keep saying that, but you don't ask a grown man why he keeps speaking on a toddler in a negative way. Stop playing with me right now, please. So like I was saying, y'all, first baby dad passed away. Second baby dad, I guess I've turned him into who he is. Part of me felt like he couldn't accept Summer's autism, but he accepted my first son's autism. But he could have did that only. He could have been accepting to that because that wasn't his biological child. It hit different, like I said, when it's your child that got autism. You know, I don't know what he think as a man. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, he just not as close with Summer as I thought he would be. Being as though I know him as a good dad. I used to always praise this man. He is a good dad. He's a good man. Any girl will be lucky to have him because he's not a cheater. He work a regular 9 to 5. He always been like a square. I'm attracted to squares. I don't like street dudes and all that stuff. But the third baby who I gave up for adoption, here you go. Eat.
But how is he good and he's not there for Summer?
I met him in a strip club. He was a trick. This was back in my tricky days. He was a trick. We got a little too close for comfort, and I end up catching a little feeling, and then I end up giving the baby up. He went to jail. I didn't really know him that long. Like I said, he was a trick, so you know, the baby still reminded me of that nightlife, and I couldn't take it. I couldn't deal with it.
So she didn't have no connection with that baby because who the daddy was. So it was like, bye, I don't even care.
So I couldn't deal with it, y'all. So I ended up at 3 months giving him up. This baby came at a time in my life where I didn't want him. I was going to get rid of him, but I just couldn't. I hope that answered your questions, majority about the kids and their dads. This is my 5th living. This is my 5th living. Yes, 5th living. Wait, did I calculate all the kids? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I did. You want more? See, y'all call me annoying, but I could be a good girl. Let her sit at the table. Then who passed away? Listen, even if Summer was hungry, that's not the reason why she's crying like that, y'all. I know my child. That's not a hungry cry. Whether she stopped crying a little bit before then or not, that's not a hungry cry, y'all. Like, y'all have to stop telling people about their kids. If that's the case, she won't do that crying the other time. You want to eat? You want more? Look how she keep coming to get me. And I told you, I'm already prepared for him to be autistic because of the statistics. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be autistic. It's just to say it. I'm going by statistics and what the doctor told me. I'm going to tell what the doctor told me when I come back over there. So, let me just bring this over here. So, I told y'all I was scheduled for a second term abortion. I keep saying second term. I was scheduled for a second trimester abortion. That's how set on not having him, me and the baby's father was, right? So the more and more that I couldn't do it, I'm like, you know what? I set up a family planning meeting with the hospital I'm having him at, right? So I set that up, and I was asking her, I was like, well, you know, I have 1 kid on the spectrum, and I have a daughter that's on the spectrum. And I was like, what are the odds? I was like, what are the odds of this baby? Can y'all still hear me even if I'm talking over her talking? I was like, what are the odds of this baby having autism? And she was just like, well, statistically, if you have a little girl, they say statistically, if you have a baby and the baby has an older sister with autism, the odds of that baby having autism in your stomach is extremely high. If you don't believe me, go look it up. So that on top of me already having my first child with autism, And I'm going to be getting myself tested for autism. Once I get settled into a place, the baby, you know, I got a schedule with the baby and summer and all that. I'm going to get myself tested for autism because I really do believe the children are getting autism from me. That's what I truly believe. It's not the dad, because the dad has, I'm the one that has 2 children by different men with autism, so it would be me. Where's your family? All over the place. I don't have no family. All I ever really had was my sister, because we grew up in the same household. I was never in foster care. I seen something like that. I was never in foster care. We grew up in the same household. I ain't gonna put her business out there, but you know, I went through some stuff as a child with men and stuff. You know, so I was always kind of a child that act out, but it was warranted in my opinion. I was going through my own little stuff. So, my birth mom gave me up at 4 years old, set me on somebody's steps. My father, biological father, came and got me and my sister. She set me and my sister. Because my birth mom, she had children, but only me and my sister were my dad's kids. So she set us on the steps. Damn, I'm so much like this lady. It's disgusting. Even though I would never set my kids on nobody's steps. But she set us on the steps. And from my understanding, text him hours later and told him, go get your kids. But at this time, we was already sitting on the stranger stuff for hours. Anything could have happened to us. So, that's what I was told. And then when my nephew passed away in March 2025, my siblings, who I don't really see that much, I got to my biological, thank you, Paul, my biological mom got about 9 or 10 kids, including me. But when my nephew passed away, that was my first time seeing them outside of a picture in my entire life, except for my brothers, 2 of my brothers, and my sister. Her name is Kiara. It was Sierra, Tiara, and Kiara. And I ain't gonna tell you the other people's names because it just don't matter about the story. But anyway, I said to say this. My brother, Valor, because I asked him, because he was old enough at that time to understand what was going on. I asked him, is what, I don't call her mom, I call her Kathy. I said, is what Kathy said, I said, is what they saying that Kathy did us what was for was true? And he said yes. But he tried to sugarcoat it for her, but in so many words he said yes. So I know I finally figured out that my dad was lying about that. Because I always thought that my dad just wanted me to hit her so bad. But no, she really did it. And I told y'all she picked and kept. And I know it seems like I'm doing the same thing, but I'm not picking and choosing what kids to keep out of malice. Certain things come up and kids get given up. Or given to family. Not just a stranger, given to family. My oldest son he lived with his grandma from the age of, y'all help me figure that out, when his dad passed away in 2019. That's when he started living with his grandma. Up until then, he lived with me. Up until a few years ago, 2023, Pop lived with me. That's what they're not telling y'all. Pop lived with me. They both live with me. And the trick baby, he got given up at 3 months because I told you I brought him home and I couldn't love him like a mother should. He deserved love, so I gave him to somebody that can love him. He didn't go through the foster care system. I went through a legal adoption agency.
So after watching part 1 and 2, I feel like we're getting a better understanding of Queen Opp at this point and where she's coming from. So in part 1, she talked about her relationship with her mom and growing up as one of the 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? She feels like she didn't get a lot of love and attention from her mom that she needed. And now that she's a mother herself, she's trying to do stuff different. You know what I mean? She's stressed, she's struggling, and she knows she has things she needs to work on, but she's just trying to be a better person, a better mom at this point. And in part 2, she opened up more about her past relationships, especially with Juju, the father of the 3 children that she got. She admitted that he wasn't always the person people see today. According to her, he used to work 9 to 5. He a good guy. She was a really good dude. She said what she like square dude. She don't like hood dudes. But she also took some responsibility for what happened in the relationship. She admitted that she cheated, did all those things to hurt him, and she feels like some of that played a part in how he acts today, especially about Summer. She also talked about having another child by somebody else, and she opened up about how she gave that one up when he was around 3 months because who his father was to her, she had no connection. So these first 2 parts, we've really been watching Queen Opp tell her own history, not somebody else telling it for her. She's talking about where she came from, the choices she done made, the relationship she done been through, and all that good stuff. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Chat, if you're new to this channel and you like videos like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the next video. Queen Opp starting over, season 1, episode 2. I'm out.
Ain't no track. We are tea sippers, hey, we glide that tea. Hey, got the latest message drama, come kick it with me. Hey, hey, we are tea sippers, hey, we glide that tea. Hey, this is where you wanna be, Okay, sipping on some tea, girl, that's your favorite beverage. Watching all the blogs and they got my favorite rhetoric. Trying to catch a vibe, girl, you know that I'm no veteran. All the shade and mess, girl, you know I got the evidence. Tea, sip up, pouring up tea like a pitcher. Say it's a picture, got some drama, I might hit ya. No, I can't fix ya, nah, I can get with ya. Better leave me alone, no, I might hit ya. We got tea sips, hey, we clock that tea. Hey, got the latest message, I'ma come kick it with me. Hey, we are tea sippers, hey, we clock that tea. Hey, this is where you wanna be, wanna be.